Hey guys. Um, I'm just tuning in a little bit late today. It's 10:30 p.m., so much later than my usual videos are, but that's okay. Um, I'm still making a video today, right? Anyway, so today, what has changed since yesterday? Um, woke up this morning, took my insulin, everything like normal, went to school. Um, when I got to school, it was my busy day of the week for school because Wednesdays I have 10 to 11 class like normal, and then I have to wait there or go home. But I basically have 3 hours to kill until 2 o'clock when my anatomy and physiology lab is, and that's 3 hours from 2 to 5 generally. Today, in my lab, I had a quiz on the heart anatomy, and basically I did pretty well. I got 9.75 out of 10 points possible for that quiz, and which means I basically got everything right. The only thing I couldn't remember, and actually I'm kind of forgetting right now, but I want to say um, is the word cus cuspid? No, not cuspid. What is it? Oh my gosh. Su- Sakura. It's an S word. Damn it. Uh, all right, I'm gonna pull it up because it pisses me off. I still to this I guess not to this day, but at this time do not remember the word. I know it starts with an S, and it is sulcus. Okay, so there's two parts on the outside of the heart called the intervic in, inter, interventricular sucrus. Um, and the coronary sucrus. And then on the inside, there's a part dividing the two ventricles, which is the lower chambers of the heart, and that's the interventricular septum. So I got the septum correct, but the word sucrus on both of those outside parts, I actually completely spaced the word. I knew exactly what it was, and I knew that they shared the same last word. I just couldn't remember that word. So that got me marked down, I guess, 0.25 out of 10 points, which isn't much, but it's still kind of annoying that I couldn't remember. I remembered everything else but that. Otherwise, I would have aced the test. Um, but anyway, so that was basically what we did in lab today. Then after that quiz, and I signed up at like second out of like everybody because I was like, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna throw it out there and try. Uh, and nobody wanted to sign up for number one. I didn't even want to sign up for number one, so I signed up for I think number three. And there's a girl that was sitting at my table signed up for number two. And then the rest of the names basically is all the way through like what 20 or something, however many people were in class. But but yeah, so I was third, or I guess technically second, because no one actually ever signed up for number one, um, which is cool. But in any case, so I got it done early, is what I'm trying to say. And by getting it done early, she said after the quiz you can leave. So I was like, pff, I could either sit there and study or I can go home and study, even though when I went home I didn't study. So, I mean, I don't know. By the way, study for the exam that's on Friday. I do need to crack out some studying for that for sure because it is a big test that's worth a lot of points and will probably dictate whether I pass the class with a grade that's a C or better or not. So I really need to take that as seriously as I can. So I will devote a lot of time probably tomorrow to that. Anyway, 4 minutes of talking about the quiz basically. But anyway, so I went home early. Um, in between my 11 o'clock class, getting out of that class, and the 2 o'clock lab, I did break my fast because it hit 16 hours when I was at school. And I usually study inside of the cafeteria, which I think in this case, if I was trying to go past 16 hours fasting, I should have chosen a better location like the library where I wouldn't be tempted because food is like right there. But since I was sitting in the cafeteria and I was after my 16-hour mark, I went ahead and broke my fast, not early, but on time instead of later than 16 hours. Um, I had like a burrito without the tortilla, and I had vegetables, avocado, and I think steak added onto it because the burrito doesn't usually come with a protein. You have to pay for it. And then I got a broccoli cheddar soup and a salad. And I mean, that's how I broke my fast. It didn't spike my sugar too much. My sugar overnight had actually been spiked for some odd reason. I don't know. Oh, wait, not some odd reason. When I ate yesterday, I did have a milkshake, and that's a lot of sugar. It was like an Oreo shake from Red Robin's. And I had the burger and I had some fries. So it was a high carb meal that I ate yesterday. So it spiked my blood sugar overnight. And let me look at the numbers for that spike if I have that available. Yeah, so I initially spiked to a little over 200 and I dipped closer to midnight. But then during my fasting window, I guess the insulin that I had on board didn't continue the dip. So I guess it wore off or whatever. I don't know, but it started to go up again, even though I was sleeping slash fasting. And about 5 a.m. it peaked at like 300 glucose according to this meter, which it's been off a little bit, but it has been a lot more close to the actual values today. So I'm happy with the values. It's been within generally 20-ish points all day. So yeah. Anyway, so that started to come down, and around the time that I broke my fast, um, it was at about a little under 150. I broke that fast and I peaked to about 170 or something, and then it kept going down until about let's say 3 p.m. At 3 p.m., um, it started to go up again. So I think that was the insulin working, and then it stopped working and it started to rise again. Um, this is not during my fasting, but during my eating window, and yeah, I guess the insulin stopped working or ran out or whatever at about 3 p.m., uh, which was around the time of my quiz, and then it started to rise again. It continued to rise, and then around 6 p.m., I had a uh, church event that I go to every Wednesday, which is why it's also another reason that it's a busy day for me because every Wednesday for 10 weeks, it's been 7 weeks. So this is the seventh week. I've been going to a Wednesday event from 6 to 8 p.m. At my church. Anyway, so 6 p.m. we had a meal, which today was meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and gravy with a salad. Um, so I ate that, and then it continued the elevation of my blood sugar, which peaked to about maybe 220, 230. Um, and then it started to dip, and then I thought I was gonna fast after that meal, but when I got out of that around 8 p.m., my mom was just finishing her choir up because she has choir from like 7 to about 8. Um, and when she got out, she was like, I haven't eaten since this morning. So I felt bad, and she said, I have coupons for Burger King. So we went to Burger King, and she got this meal deal where it's like 3 Whoppers, 3 cheeseburgers, and 3 fries, right? I didn't eat the fries. I gave them to my brother, but I did eat the small cheeseburger and the Whopper. Um, which wasn't a very good meal. It's definitely processed and it has a lot of carbs from the bread and the ketchup. But I mean, it had some protein, had some fat, whatever. Long story short, it continued to spike my sugar, which is currently sitting at about 230, 250. Um, and we'll see where it goes from there. And if you want the graph, that's kind of what it looks like from left to right for my day today. Um, you see it coming down from the early morning and then it raised up as I ate. And then, yeah. Anyway, so that's my blood sugar today. Um, On a lower note, I broke up with my girlfriend today. Not gonna get into the reasons behind it because it is personal, but that's kind of new for me, and I have thoughts on that, but I'll keep them to myself for now, out of respect. But yeah, and privacy, just in general. It's not something I need to share in a video like this about my weight and shit. Anyway, so other plans for tonight. Me and my brother are going to the gym. I think my mom's coming too because she said she hasn't gone for a few days and she wanted to go. So mom's coming with us. We're gonna go hit the gym for about an hour tonight. I think my brother just got home because I heard a bump over there. But yeah, he's probably gonna eat or maybe chill for a bit and then we're gonna go. Oh, or we might just go right away. I'm not sure. Um, I'm gonna hit the gym. After that, I'm planning on coming back, maybe studying a little bit before bed, and then going to sleep. And then tomorrow I got a chemistry class, but that's about it. So I'm gonna use the majority of my time tomorrow to probably work on my microbiology, which is an online course that I haven't done much this week, and study for my test that is coming on Friday. I do think I have plans to go out to the bar tomorrow night with my buddy that invited me out. But I don't think I'm going to drink or anything because I do need to focus tomorrow night on that test, like I said. Um, Other than that, I haven't had too much. I do kind of want to go back to the longer fasts after today, and I do definitely want to start cutting carbs on my eating windows again because both today and yesterday, today had the mashed potatoes and the burgers from Burger King and the you know, the rice in the burrito bowl or whatever that I had earlier. So there was a lot of carbs in today's meal, and then yesterday I definitely had a lot of carbs with the milkshake, the burger, and the fries. So I definitely want to cut those down back to a pretty low carb diet when I break my fast in the coming fasts. But you can't be 100% on it all the time, even though that would be optimal. It's like you still every now and then you need to feed your desires, and having some of those carbs that I've been missing was pretty nice, but I need to make sure I don't make it a habit of having those when I'm eating. So, especially if since my focus is on the diabetes aspect of this diet more than the weight loss. If it was just weight loss, as long as you're not taking in too many calories during your eating window, you'll lose weight, regardless of if they're carbs, protein, or fat. But um, because I'm focused on the diabetes aspect, all of those carbs spike my insulin very high, which does the opposite of aiding in reducing the insulin resistance in my body. So by consuming a lot of carbs, I'm counteracting all the effort that I'm doing with the fast. So I definitely need to get that on lock. But besides that, this is week 9 of my school. Next week's the last week of actual classes, and then the week following, I only have some finals to get rid of. So school's ending pretty soon. I'm going to go to Kentucky for a week, the last week of March, and then come back and start right into spring term, which will be the first week of April. So that's kind of the update with me. I haven't had too many other things happen. So I guess we'll end it there. We're just under 15 minutes, which I'm aiming between 10 and 15. I was trying to aim for 10, but it seems like I'm averaging more like 15. Hopefully that's okay with you guys. Anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Talk to you later. Bye.